Hello everyone and welcome. In this video we're going to be talking about an alternative to using SMART Notebook or Oktopus, whether you're using our Smart Board or a new line interactive panel. That alternative is called the Microsoft Whiteboard. There are some advantages and some disadvantages to using this product, but it's a great option if you are tired of seeing the watermark in the lower left-hand corner of Smart Notebook, or if you're not really liking what you're seeing and what you're getting from Oktopus. So for those of you that have it. Again, Oktopus, for those of you that don't know, is a product that's going to be installed on your board when we put the new line panels in your rooms, for those of you that don't already have them, that is. This Microsoft Whiteboard product can be accessed in the lower right-hand corner on your sys tray with an interactive touch panel attached to your computer. If you don't have an interactive touch panel attached to your computer, Windows isn't going to recognize this product. But if you do, and that would include either a smart board or a new line panel, those would both work. You can touch this little squiggle pen down here on the sys tray, and you're going to have on the left-hand side an option called Whiteboard. And if you have a little down arrow to the left of the word whiteboard on here, that means you have to download and install the whiteboard application before you can actually start using it. So you can go ahead and do that. It doesn't take very long, maybe a minute or two to download and install on your computer, and then you're set up to go. Once it is, you can tap on your squiggle pen, tap on the word whiteboard, and your Microsoft Whiteboard will load on your computer. Once you've launched your Microsoft Whiteboard application, you'll see on the bottom of your screen a toolbar. On that toolbar, you have different colored pens that you can write with, including some sparkle color pens, etc. There is a highlighter tool that you can use to highlight text or objects on the screen. There's an eraser tool that you can use to erase sections of the written text or the written items that you've drawn on your page. You can also use your fist to erase, or the palm of your hand to erase as well. There is a ruler icon right here. You can grab a ruler and put a ruler on the page if you're talking about measurement in your classes. If you do write something up here, okay, like the word hello, you can use the lasso tool to select the entire word if you want to. You can trash the word that way. You can cut the word, or you can copy it. I'm going to go ahead and copy it. And then if I long press somewhere else, I can press the paste button on that menu that pops up. And now I have two identical pieces. This is an infinite canvas. You can shrink the canvas using pinch to zoom. And you can increase the size of the canvas. If you want to get rid of something again, you tap on it, delete it. If you draw a shape, it will conform to a shape. So for those of us that are bad at drawing objects, that's a really bad square, so it won't draw a square. But if I draw something that's closer to a square, it will conform to a square shape or a triangle shape. There is a text tool that you can use to add text to your document. I'm going to go ahead and type something. I'm going to deselect that text, and then I'm going to simply reselect it. That enables me to change the color of the text, to copy and paste. This first icon over here is actually a right to a speech recognition icon. I can tap on that icon. I can write something and it will recognize my text and paste that in there. This icon down here is a note icon, so I can type a little note here. Once you type the note, you can tap on it, and you can change the palette of the note, the color of the note. Again, you can do handwriting recognition. You can copy and paste it and delete it. You can change the size of it by grabbing on that handle and moving it around. You can rotate the note around and place it somewhere else on the infinite canvas. This icon down here is an insert picture icon, so you can go to your, a library image is going to be an image that you might have on your computer that you want to insert into this document right here. And I think I've got an icon of a bicycle on my computer right here. Once you insert that image, you can tap on it and you increase the size of it or decrease the size of it. You can lock that image so it doesn't move now on the board. You can still move the canvas around, but the image itself, you can't move, you can't tap on it and delete it inadvertently and so forth. If you long press on it, you can unlock it, and then you can get rid of it if you want to. I'm just showing you some of the basics right now. This icon over here is a really important icon for you because that's your insert menu. It also enables your paste option. You can insert a note grid where you've got a grid of note items that you can add. You can add a list. You can start creating a list within your Microsoft Whiteboard. Going down, there's a follow-up list. There's a little template preview. You can take a look at that. You can insert stickers. And the thing that I think is the most powerful about this is you can so very easily insert PDFs. You can tap on the PDF icon down there, and then you can go find a PDF that you've maybe taken down if you have some worksheets or something that you want to use in your classroom and write on them. This is a fantastic application to do that with. Again, this works both on Newline and on your smart boards. So if we go ahead and find that article that I wanted to bring up, let's see, math worksheets, say open. And what that does is it gives, this is a 3-page document, so I get to choose which of these pages I want to insert into this whiteboard. I'm going to choose all 3 and say select or insert selected, and then those 3 documents all appear in my whiteboard. Okay? And I can make those smaller, and then I can increase the size of them so they can be seen by my students in my class. So starting by 2, skip by 2, I can just go ahead and type this in, 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. You can have your students come up and fill out a worksheet in that way, and then anything, anywhere where this document is moved, these things stay stuck to it. Notice that I'm moving page 1 of that PDF document, and my writing actually stays attached to that document. Really kind of cool. Okay. Okay. So anytime you wanted to work on an individual document, you could just increase its size for your students to be able to see it. And then you can select a pen, have them come up here, and they can start writing right on the document itself, which is really kind of cool. You could take a 16-page worksheet if you want to and plop that in here if you're doing a review assignment or something, and go right through it pretty easily. Okay? I want to point out that you can also do this with Word documents and with PowerPoint documents as well. So there's quite a bit of flexibility that's associated with this. If I wanted to insert a PowerPoint, I go ahead, insert PowerPoint. Again, I'm on my desktop. I'm going to insert that Newline training PowerPoint that I've been using. It's going to ask in just a second once it loads, which of these slides do I want to add to this? I'm going to say insert all slides. And then all of the slides are inserted into this presentation. And sometimes you have to move things around if you're inserting multiple documents. But nonetheless, you have the ability to insert PowerPoint, Word, and PDFs into this Microsoft Whiteboard application. This is a really, really powerful tool that I wanted to point out to you so that you could see how to use it. So what does this document look like, and how do you open a new one, and how do you save this document? The cool thing is, it's just like Google Docs, this saves automatically. So what we've been working on right now is already saved. This little back button up here in the upper left-hand corner, as you're looking at the board, will enable you to go back out to the menu. This right here is the document we've been working on. We just created that. So if I tap on those three dots right there, I have a couple of different options. I can invite participants. I'm going to tell you right now that if you choose to invite participants to this document, it's not as easy as what it would be if you were using Google. So if you're looking to do collaboration, Google Jamboard would be your best friend. So if you're looking to do a whiteboard and you want to jam with your students or whiteboard with your students and brainstorm and that kind of thing, or have them interactively brainstorm with each other on their Chrome devices or whatever, the best choice, in my opinion, for that is going to be a Google Jamboard application. But if you're up here instructing, you want kids to come up to the board and write using the pen on the board, whether you're using your smart board or your Newline Interactive Panel, I would suggest that this is a great application for that. Okay? So you can take this document that you've created, you can export that document. Exporting this document is going to export as a PNG file. It's going to be an image file. So if you need to save it, it's only going to export as a PNG file. So that is one limitation to using the Microsoft Whiteboard. If you're looking to use these files year to year to year to year, probably this is not the best option for you. If you're looking to instruct the day's lesson and maybe keep that lesson for a couple of weeks and then get rid of it, then I would suggest this is a great tool for you to use in your classroom. Okay? You can delete it. You can delete any of the whiteboards that you create, or you can name them as well by just typing untitled whiteboard here. I'm going to type a title. I'm going to tap on done. And now that whiteboard file has a name. Tap back on it, I can go back into it, and as you can see, you have the same document that you had been working on before. I have the same document that I've been working on before here available. In that menu, tap the back button in the upper left-hand corner, I can create a new whiteboard application here as well and start fresh. The Microsoft Whiteboard does have a menu associated with it. It's this little hamburger up here in the upper right-hand corner. And I'll go over a few of these items. Most of them you probably won't need to monkey with too much. Ink to shape. If you're having a problem drawing a triangle or something of that nature and it's not conforming to a triangle shape, that's probably because ink to shape is turned off. Ink to table I have turned off because if you draw a couple of rectangles next to one another, they look enough like rectangles, they'll start to draw a table for you. So I turned that off because I don't need that or want that. Object snapping, I turned it on. It's just going to snap a couple objects that are next to one another together if you want that. The export button, just like there's an export up here on these three dots, there's an export there. The difference here is that if you choose to export from this location, you have the additional option of a high quality SVG image. So it's just going to be a much bigger file size. It's going to be a higher quality file size as well. But it's still going to be an image file. You can send the document that you create here to OneNote if you're a OneNote user. You can post it to Microsoft Teams, which we don't typically use here. You can send an email summary to yourself. That's a possibility as well. Your email, if your email address is associated with the product. You can format the background. That's where I think something that is a little more frequently used by you. If you tap on that, you can change the color of the background, based upon the colors that they have accessible here. You can change the grid of the background to a square, or you can put graph paper up there, diamond shape, triangle, etc. You can choose some of those different options as far as backgrounds are concerned. You can choose the location of the toolbar. If you don't like the toolbar down at the bottom one on the left or right hand side, choose toolbar location and you can change the location of the toolbar. Okay? And you can finally, the accessibility checker is going to allow you to check the accessibility of the product if you're going to send it out to someone that may maybe have a difficult time seeing or hearing, seeing in particular for this. You can clear the entire canvas just by tapping that, and whatever you've drawn or written on the canvas itself will be removed. Okay? So in summary, I think that the Microsoft Whiteboarding application can be a really powerful tool for you to use in your classroom. If you recognize it does have some limitations. Again, if you plan on using the whiteboarding files that you create perpetually year after year, this is probably not the tool for you. Instead of using this product, I would choose to use either Oktopus or Google Slides, or go back and use SMART Notebook. But this is a great product if you want to, if you have PDFs of documents, worksheets, and things that you're going to be working on with your students that you want to show or demonstrate on the board, and then write directly over the top of, keep them for several weeks, delete them when you're done using them. I think that's really the crux of where this can be a great product for you to use. And I'll let you judge for yourselves, obviously, and get in this product and be creative with it. I think you all might find that, that this could be a real advantage for you. For those of you that are struggling with SMART Notebook because of the watermark that you're seeing at the bottom, or you might not like Oktopus, or there's too many tools in it, there are a lot less tools in this product, and it's a great product for you to use in your classroom. So have a look and see what you think, and I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you all have a great day.